Surprise! We're here on a Monday, and that's because yesterday was Independence Day for us, and we spent the entire day at Tivoli Gardens celebrating July 4th. We got to see some old classic cars, listen to all kinds of great music. We had some burgers at Gasoline Grill, but my favorite part of the day was when we got to share some pie with former Ambassador Rufus Gifford here on this extra special episode of Travelin Young.
We're the Youngs.
We've spent our lives traveling the world.
And in 2018, we moved from
Chicago, Illinois to
Copenhagen, Denmark.
Now we want to share with you
how our new lives abroad
Is keeping us young.
keeping us young.
are helping to keep us young.
Hello everybody and welcome to Travelin Young. We are so excited to be here with former ambassador to Denmark, Rufus Gifford. Thank you so much for taking some time with us.
Thanks for having me, and happy 4th.
Yes. And so we are so excited to be here. It is the 4th of July. It's such a big day for all Americans, but especially for those of us who live abroad, because it's our time to kind of remember that we are Americans, you know, and be proud of America.
Absolutely.
And so one of the things that you hosted many dinners here, and one of the things that you have talked about, and you were actually just talking about, is the importance of kind of soft diplomacy, not just hard diplomacy, but also sharing cultural experiences and things. And one of the ways that we have done that in our channel is through our Try It On Tuesday segment, where we tried different Danish foods and just kind of experienced that, which the Danes love because they love sharing their culture in that way. And as an ambassador, you hosted a lot of dinners, hosted a lot of dignitaries. What was, you know, when you had those dinners, what are some of the things that you would serve to kind of show off America, or like show your American, you know, culinary love?
Yeah, so it's first of all, I love the concept because without a doubt, so one of the things that you learn, I think, as a diplomat very quickly is that there's a few things that are really that really define where you're from, and so and in the United States, it's very regional as well.
Yeah, I'm from the South, and so we're very like.
And I'm from
food
New
is very
England,
important.
and I'm from New England. But even like my cultural culinary traditions are going to be very different from yours. But it's but I felt this idea. There's a reason why that a lot of diplomacy happens around a dinner table.
Yeah.
And why is that? It's because you're starting with sharing a piece of your culture. And when you think about some of those things like language, things like culture, one of the things things like food, things like language, one of the things I tried to do as ambassador was really try to integrate myself into, learn the language, learn some of the concepts behind the language, some of the sayings that are very Danish, and eat the food. And some of which you love, some of which you don't, right? And there's something kind of fun about both.
Learn. You have to experience that.
But to answer your question, I mean, one of the things that we did at the embassy very early on was I looked at the menus, and I found that menus were very boring. They were very sort of like, oh, we're going to serve canapes of like salmon, and it's just people don't expect that. I have to say, when Danes came to the U.S. ambassador's residence, they wanted kind of iconically American food.
American food.
I have to say, we started serving things like sliders. We started serving things like fried chicken. Just things that, and the American Pie Company it has sponsored a lot of our dinners. And so the idea behind it was just to make it feel to really lean into kind of the American food piece. And even the State Department has a big culinary diplomacy component. So there was, for example, twice, and one time we had the American chefs at Noma cook a dinner for us, cook actually a Thanksgiving dinner for us. So it was so fun. We invited Danes, and we had the American chefs at one of the best restaurants in the world cook Thanksgiving dinner for Danes, which was so cool because it was sort of like this really beautiful kind of best example of culinary diplomacy maybe you can get. One time we had a chef from DC come who had a Southern heritage and cook sort of a Southern meal for Danish guests, and it's just. What does it do? It sparks conversation, laughter, human connection, and I just love that stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
So you talked about how you had the opportunity to eat meals with real Danes, like in their actual homes and things. And so what are some of the food, now that you're back in the U.S., what is some of the food that you kind of miss? Like, is there food that you really miss that is very Danish?
Oh, definitely. So, I mean, what do I will say I will lean into like the desserts are things that
desserts are bar none.
So the first thing will definitely be pastries, so like the like the morning Danishes. They're actually some of the like Emery's and Lakkehuset are coming to New York, or theoretically, which is all very
dangerous.
exciting. I know, but they're delicious because we have like donuts, and donuts are great, but I mean they're so much better.
Yeah.
The Danish pastries are so much better, and then like I love. They had flødebolle in my room when I was checked in here today, and I love that. One time I tried to bring the flødebolle home, and they exploded in the airplane because the air inside the plane was wrong. What else do I love on Christmas morning. So now I'm getting excited. So appelskiver. I have an appelskiver pan, so we made those on Christmas morning. Gløgg. At Christmas time, that's like Christmas in a cup to me.
I look forward to it every year.
Yeah, it's delicious. And so I get this gløgg starter we bring it from Copenhagen and like give it to all my family as presents around the holidays. And there's so much. I mean, I do. I actually like flæskesteg. I like.
I love sole eggs. Have you ever had a sole egg? We just had a sole egg. We went to Sunnaboll and we tried a sole egg, and it's kind of like a deviled egg a little bit.
I don't think I've had one of those.
You should try them. If you like deviled eggs, you should try one. Yes. And so if you ever...
I do love a deviled egg.
If you love a deviled egg, you need to try a sole egg, for sure.
Sounds great.
So we're here in front of the American Pie Company. Pie is such a quintessential thing, and they have some pies for us.
Amazing.
Are we ready with our pies? Yes.
Love it. Key lime pie. So when I was a little kid, key lime pie was the absolute. I would go to Florida around. Oh, thank you.
And you have to go to Florida.
When I go to Florida, and you go to this little like shack in Key West, where they make the original key lime pie.
Yes, the original.
And then, oh my God, it's beautiful. So this is cherry crumble, which would be very 4th of July, actually.
Yeah, it would be.
Because it's red.
The key lime.
Key lime, which is very Florida.
And fudge brownie, which I feel like goes with anything.
Okay, yeah, totally.
That's anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody would love all of this, wouldn't they?
So if we think about food as diplomacy, like I know pie is really big at Thanksgiving, and one of the things about Thanksgiving is we always have these big political discussions that everybody can't stand, but then the pie comes out, and then it all kind of goes away, and it goes back to normal, and everybody focuses on the pie. So if we're thinking of pie diplomacy, what kind of pie would you serve to kind of set everything back? So we've talked about those cultural experiences. What's kind of one that might be you serve?
You know what's fun to serve to Danes? Because they would fun, and this is not necessarily a good thing. Pumpkin pie.
I love pumpkin pie.
I love pumpkin pie too, but Danes do not understand it.
Yep.
I served it at my Thanksgiving. Is that true? Do you guys get that?
Yeah.
They were like, why would you eat that? That's terrible.
But then they have it, and it's so good.
Because it's delicious.
It's wonderful.
And so we used to serve that at our Thanksgiving dinner for Danes, and they would eat all the other pies, like all the pecan pies and the apple pies.
Yeah.
Because of course everyone has to have apple pie.
You're like, no, you need to eat this one.
Try this one.
Yeah.
It's very Thanksgiving.
One time
I didn't realize. I had no idea that like pumpkin pie was an American thing.
One time we served...
Sorry, I have to eat. I know we're talking, but I can't prevent myself from eating the key lime pie.
We hosted a Thanksgiving. I had a very, very southern Thanksgiving, and so we, of course,
sweet potato
served
pie,
sweet
right?
potato.
Yeah.
Well, not sweet potato pie, but sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top.
Oh, yes.
Which is very southern, and I think turns off even some Americans, but they totally didn't know what to do with it. They had no idea. But anyway. It's time to eat our pie. Thank you so much.
I had already started.
I would have as well.
Me.
Yeah, I can't just hold pie in my hand and talk for 10 minutes.
But thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate everything you've done for the relationship between America and Denmark.
Oh, thank
you really set the stage, and you show so much of what is great about America. Truly, and you embody what I think are just amazing, the amazing American values that we have. And I'm so glad to see you back here again.
I'll keep coming back. I'll be a tourist. I'll be. I love it. I love biking the streets of Copenhagen as a tourist. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to make it back to America at some point. But thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. All right, that interview was fantastic, Miranda, the master interviewer.
it was so fun getting to talk to Rufus about pie diplomacy, one of my favorite subjects.
One of my favorite things to eat.
Yes, of course.
We appreciate everything. We had such a great time at Tivoli. You guys rode rides.
We did, yeah. Lots of rides.
I held purses.
Yeah.
We got Maya to go on the Tic Tac ride, which I've been
Yes.
telling her to get on for so long.
Twice, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I rode it twice.
But thank you, everybody who came out. It was a pleasure for us to meet you.
Yes.
Some folks came all the way from Jutland
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
and
Odense.
Odense. I mean, it was just amazing.
Yeah, amazing. And hopefully we'll get to do more of this stuff kind of around Denmark and meet more of you that couldn't come out to Copenhagen.
For sure.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. You never know.
Yeah.
But we're going to say goodbye now because this is a special episode. And tomorrow, Tuesday, we got our normal stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for now, I'm going to get rid of these bugs in my
Yeah.
face because we're outside. And there you go. Thank you so much. Happy 4th of July.
Yes.
Yes.
Hope you had a good one.
Happy Independence Day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.